Imagine you're in your living room, watching TV. Everything is calm, until your cat, that little guardian with a deep gaze, freezes and fixes his eyes on the darkest corner of the room. There's nothing there, at least, nothing you can see. Has this happened to you? What if your cat is seeing something you can't? Today I'll reveal what your cat is really seeing when he stares into space. I assure you, by the end of the video you'll see your feline through different eyes. Stay until the end, because you'll understand not only the mystery, but also the amazing power your cat could be using by your side, every day. The mystery of cats throughout history. Imagine being next to your cat on a quiet night, and suddenly seeing it stop, stare into a dark corner, and slightly ruffle its fur. The silence thickens, and for a moment, you feel like you're not alone in the room. That feeling of something invisible creeps over your skin. What is your cat seeing that you can't? This scene isn't new, it's been happening for centuries. Since ancient times, humans have observed this type of behavior in our cats and have asked ourselves the same question. What are these little felines really capable of perceiving? More than 4,000 years ago, in ancient Egypt, cats were not just companions, they were considered deities. Batet, the cat-headed Egyptian goddess, symbolized the protection of home and family. The Egyptians believed that cats could see and scare away evil spirits that haunted homes at nightfall. And they weren't the only ones. In medieval Europe, while bonfires illuminated the darkness of the Inquisition, the cat was feared. It was said that these animals could detect the presence of witches and beings from the afterlife. Cats, especially black ones, were considered for centuries to be guardians between the world of the living and the world of the dead. And here you are, centuries later, watching your cat do the same thing its ancestors did, remain motionless, as if its gaze held an ancestral secret. What if your cat, that being that purrs on your bed and sleeps peacefully in the sun, is also a silent watchman, protecting you from what you cannot see? What if it has inherited a sensitivity that we humans have lost over time? On this journey, you'll not only understand what your cat might be looking at, but you'll also discover how its biology, instinct, and perhaps its connection to the invisible allow it to perceive a world that escapes our senses. Hunters hearing, they hear what you can't. Your home, everything is quiet, but your cat, who seemed asleep, suddenly opens his eyes, becomes alert, and rotates his ears as if something invisible were moving nearby. He stares at a wall, tenses up. You don't hear anything, but he does. And that's when you remember, your cat has done this before. He's reacted to sounds that don't exist to you. And no matter how hard you strain your ears, you hear absolutely nothing. Could he be hearing something beyond your control? Science has an answer. Cats have one of the most attractive auditory systems in the animal kingdom. Their hearing range spans from 45 Hz to 64,000 Hz, while humans barely reach between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. In short, your cat can hear ultrasonic sounds, the kind you can't even imagine. Think about this. If a pin drops in another room, you don't notice. But your cat does. If there's a mouse chewing behind a wall, you don't notice it. But he's already stalking you. And not only that, his ears act like precision radars. They can rotate 180 degrees independently, adapting to the subtlest sound. It's as if they have built-in antennas, detecting everything around them, even what you can't see or hear. That moment when your cat stops and stares into space, it's no coincidence. He may be listening to the rustle of a leaf against the window, the buzzing of a hidden insect, or even the creaking of a structure in the distance. For him, the world is full of hidden signals. For you, it's just silence. What if the next time your cat freezes, he's not seeing ghosts, but hunting for sounds you'll never hear? But wait, that's just the beginning. Because if his hearing is so powerful, his vision is out of this world. And what he can see might surprise you even more. Let's find out. Eyes that see the invisible, feline night vision. Imagine the lights in the house go out. Everything goes dark, you can barely make out the shapes of the furniture. But your cat, sitting peacefully, continues to observe as if the night didn't exist. His eyes seem to light up with a special glow, like two lanterns in the dark. For him, the night isn't an obstacle, it's an advantage. While you only see shadows, he perceives every detail. Did you know that your cat can see in the dark up to 6 times better than you? This is possible thanks to the unique structure of their eyes. Felines have a large number of rod cells in their retina, which are specialized in capturing dim light. But their true superpower is called the tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer located behind the retina. The tapetum works like a mirror. Every ray of light that enters the eye is bounced back toward the receptor cells, amplifying the image in the dark. It's this phenomenon that makes their eyes glow at night when a light source hits them. Have you noticed how at night, your cat observes the house as calmly as during the day? For them, even the slightest glimmer is enough to identify movement. A reflection on the wall, a shadow cast by a streetlight, or a particle of dust floating in a moonbeam. And this is when we realize something impressive: while we feel blind in the dark, they hunt with pinpoint precision. For a cat, the night is a hunting ground where their keen vision makes them a silent predator. Furthermore, cats are experts at detecting the slightest movements. Their visual system is designed to pick up the slightest flicker of light or vibration in their environment. Not only that, they can see part of the ultraviolet spectrum, something that is completely invisible to us. So, the next time your cat stares at a wall or at nothing, it might not be nothing. Maybe they're seeing an ultraviolet reflection, the shadow of an insect you can't see, or even the traces the sun has left on the floor, marks that are invisible to us. And this is only half the story, because not only do they see what we can't see, but their instincts whisper to them when they will act. Do you want to know what happens when that ancestral instinct is activated? Then stay tuned, because in the next point, I'll reveal how your cat is, above all, a hunter who has never forgotten his wild nature. Hunter's instinct, the wild inheritance that won't go away. You look at your sleeping cat, curled up on its bed, belly exposed, and think. It's the sweetest, laziest creature in the world. But suddenly, it springs up, fixes its gaze on an invisible point, and its muscles tense. In a matter of seconds, it transforms from a cuddly companion into a hunter on high alert. In that instant, it's not the domestic cat purring on your lap, it's a wild feline, with the blood of its ancestors coursing through its veins. For thousands of years, cats have perfected their hunting skills. From the small African cats that stalked the savannah to our modern cats chasing flies in the living room, their instinct remains intact. Even if your cat lives surrounded by toys and food on a silver platter, its genes still dictate the same instructions as its ancestors: detect, analyze, and hunt. Their nervous system is designed to detect the slightest movement. Thanks to their incredible neuromuscular coordination, they can remain completely motionless for long minutes, assessing their prey, and then pounce with pinpoint precision. Have you ever had your cat stare at a piece of fluff floating in the air or a ray of light coming through the window? For you, it's a simple reflex; for them, it's a hunting opportunity. They can remain still, stalking, calculating the exact moment to pounce. Science backs this up. Their ability to focus is astonishing. They can distinguish movements as subtle as the flutter of a fly's wings or the vibration of a spider's web. Even the slightest tremor of a curtain moving in the breeze triggers that ancestral, hunter, program. In the wild, felines that don't master this art die. That's why every fixed stare your cat gives you, every stalk into space, isn't just a game, it's an expression of millions of years of feline evolution. And now that you think about it, how many times has your cat stalked nothing in your home? That dot on the wall, that corner in the living room. It's no coincidence. It's not boredom. It's her instinct speaking. But what if I told you that not everything your cat detects is visible or audible to you? What if she also reacts to signals that even science hasn't been able to fully decipher? Stay tuned, because in the next point, you'll discover how cats could be perceiving invisible waves and even energies that escape our human logic. Can they detect what science can't explain? The house is calm, there are no storms, no sounds, but your cat gets up, staring fixedly at a corner, ears back and body on alert. You feel the silence weighing on you. What's going on? What is your cat sensing that you can't? Many owners have experienced similar situations, and the same question always arises. Can cats detect things that humans can't? This is where science begins to tread on uncharted territory. Several studies suggest that cats may be sensitive to electromagnetic fields. Household appliances, electrical cords, even the simple current from a charger emit tiny electromagnetic waves that go unnoticed by us, but that our cats could be detecting. The feline brain is a natural radar. Although there is still no complete consensus among scientists, there are experiments that suggest that some animals, including cats, have a special sensitivity to fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field and electromagnetic waves generated by electrical devices. You've probably heard stories, cats reacting seconds before an appliance is turned on, or getting restless just before a storm or even an earthquake. Coincidence? Maybe not. Many experts believe cats can sense electrical changes in the atmosphere that we can't. Before a storm, the electrical charges in the air change. And your cat senses it. Has your cat ever started behaving strangely, and then it rained or trembled? It's not just animal instinct, it's a heightened capacity for perception that has evolved for survival. And so, when you see your cat staring into space or reacting nervously before a lamp flickers or an appliance turns on, perhaps they're anticipating something you can't foresee. Perhaps their world is a constant radar of invisible signals. Some researchers have even theorized that cats, along with other animals, could detect low-frequency waves generated by tectonic movements before earthquakes. But here comes the question that still worries scientists and millions of people alike. What if what they perceive goes beyond the electromagnetic? What if they're not just waves, but energies that science still can't explain? Stay tuned, because what follows is the most fascinating part of all. We're going to enter the realm of the invisible, the mystical, and the emotional. You'll discover why, in many cultures, cats have been considered spiritual guardians capable of seeing what we can't. What if they really see something else? Imagine this: your cat is in the room, the atmosphere is calm, when suddenly it arches, bristles its fur, and runs away as if something invisible had frightened it. You remain motionless, with a strange feeling. What did your cat see? Did it sense something you can't perceive? You're not the only one who's experienced this. Throughout history, thousands of people have experienced these situations. And not just in your home, but all over the world, generation after generation. In ancient Egypt, cats were seen as sacred guardians, protecting homes from evil spirits. This wasn't just a popular belief, they were worshipped as true gods, capable of seeing and repelling dark energies. In the Middle Ages, legends told of cats accompanying witches and acting as bridges between the spiritual and earthly worlds. Coincidence? Maybe not. Think about your own home. Have you ever noticed your cat approaching you when you feel bad, sad, or stressed? Many owners report how their cats curl up next to them during the most difficult times, as if they know they need more than just companionship. Some researchers and animal behavior experts believe that cats have the ability to detect bioelectrical and energetic changes in our bodies. This hypothesis holds that when you feel emotionally exhausted or ill, the energy you emit changes, and your cat senses it. But others go further. Some believe cats are able to read people's auras, that supposed energy that surrounds us and reflects our emotional state. They say that when your cat lies next to you or on a specific area of your body, it may be neutralizing the negative energy surrounding you. What if I told you that your cat is not only your life partner, but also your silent protector? A guardian that watches over you while you sleep, while you work, while you go through your days, unaware that it, in its silence, cares for your spiritual and emotional well-being. Recent studies have even shown that the vibration of a cat's purr has therapeutic effects on people, helping to reduce stress, improve heart rate, and promote tissue healing. So what's stopping us from thinking there's more to it? Perhaps when your cat stares into space or approaches you at a bad time, it's not just seeing shadows or lights, but energies, vibrations, or presences that escape our senses. And now the big question. What do cats really see when they stare into space? Are they sensors of energy fields? Or are they true guardians of our physical and emotional well-being? So the next time your cat sits still, staring into space, remember this. Maybe it's hunting an invisible insect. Maybe it's picked up an ultrasonic sound you'll never hear. Maybe it's reacting to electromagnetic fields your body can't even detect. But also, just also, it may be observing something beyond logic, science, and reason. Perhaps, from its silent, attentive world, your cat sees what we stopped seeing long ago. Your cat is more than a pet. It's an ancestral guardian, a silent observer who accompanies you not only in the visible, but also in the invisible. And there it is, always with you, protecting you, detecting what your eyes can't see, and watching over you in ways you may never fully understand. Tell me in the comments. Has your cat ever stared into space? Has something happened to you that you can't explain? I want to read your story. Like this video if it made you look at your cat with different eyes, share it with other feline lovers, and subscribe. Because every week we explore the incredible universe of our four-legged friends together. Remember, while we sleep, they watch. While we can't see, they see everything.